All right, No Dice, No Glory dropped their Waffen SS preview. It's not as robust as they usually have on their reviews, but there's a lot of great information on there. Definitely check them out. Um, the first thing is that the Force page looks very similar to the regular D Day for the Germans. They're only missing the Fallschirmjäger and the beach defense. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. You've got Tiger, Panther, Panzer IV, Stug, and Panzer Grenadiers, armored and unarmored, and the reconnaissance company. As far as support, they are missing the PaK 40s, but they get the 5 centimeters. These scout troops get separated, so now you have 4 options, and you get the option for a 221 and 222 or a 231 instead of the Pumas. So that's pretty neat. This looks almost the same, except you get another option for the observation post. Otherwise, I think everything is exactly the same as D Day. So you're not really getting much difference as far. It's going to be very familiar. Let's just put it that way to people that are already used to the D Day formation. However, it looks like they're going to play very different. I'll get back to the Tiger in a second, but you'll notice here that they're going to be fearless trained. And just like the person that wrote the article here, it reminds both of us of the Fifth Panzer or Fifth SS Division in the old Grey Wolf book from version 3, which I was a big fan of, and he was a big fan of as well, especially because they work so well for Panthers. And Panthers, as you saw in one of my previous videos, not getting a lot of love. I don't recommend them, but in this one, it looks like I'm going to recommend them because it looks like they're going to be 8.5 points per tank, which is a 2.5 point discount. They're going to be fearless trained, from what I understand. They're going to be aggressive, so they're going to be easier to hit, but Panthers don't care. For 8.5 points, you're there for that front armor and that gun, which is going to be very similar to the Tiger tank. You're going to have 9 front armor. You're going to have this gun, this capability of gun. It's going to be more maneuverable, great cross check, but it's going to be vulnerable from the side. So the higher motivations makes more sense for me with the Panther, because if you get bailed out, you don't want to get stuck and then be an easy target. And then the training is a little problematic. You're not really going to. It's not a good idea to assault with a Panther. The Tigers are more of the assaulters. You want or a smaller tank, like Panzer III or Panzer IV. But you do want to have that blitz move. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a bummer. However, it looks like, and I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, but you get old hand. So if you want a maneuverable platoon or couple Panthers, you just put your commander with them, and it's going to give them a tactics rating of 3 up, which is going to solve that problem for the Panthers. So to get that discount, to get that armor, to get that gun, this is going to be, in my opinion, a Panther heavy force. If you've got Panthers, then you're going to get this book. I highly recommend you get this book. Getting hit on the 3 up is going to be an issue, but not much with that front armor of 9, especially if you're at a long range. That's going to turn into a 10. Not many things are going to be able to get through on a consistent basis. Maybe they'll bail you out if they get lucky, but then with that fearless, you're going to get right back in, and that's going to be awesome. Speaking of fearless, check out this sucker right here, the SS Tiger tank. Now, when looking at this SS Tiger motivation, this is like a super motivated Tiger tank. It's not as good as you think. I think it's a 0.5 point more for this Tiger rather than the other one. If you look at the ones and the other D-Day book, you already have 2 up for last stand and remount. And follow me is not a big deal. However, the counterattack, getting a 2 up on counterattack is a very big deal for me. One thing Tigers find themselves, especially if you go up against Indian motor or Indian rifle, They're going to keep pushing you back, pushing you back. But if you got that 2 up on the counterattack, you're not getting pushed around as easy. And I am looking forward. Oh man, I forgot his name. The Tiger Tank Commander, the SS Tiger Tank Commander. He was in a Stug, and um, I want to say Reitmer, but it's not. He's my favorite guy. I can't remember. This is crazy. I hate when that happens. Anyway, looking forward to that command card, seeing what he's like. It's definitely going to be like something on assault. I get 2 up assault or something. But yeah, Tigers for a half a point more to get that counter attack. That's actually a pretty good deal. So again, Tigers are going to be very useful. Definitely recommend them. But finally, I'll be able to recommend Panthers because of this book. So yeah, the main force, it's going to look like they're fearless, trained, aggressive. Um, the troops, at least, it doesn't say anything about the let's see, it just says Panzer Grenadiers here for the assault of 3 up. Maybe they'll give the assault 3 up for the tanks as well. I hope so. Well, actually, I don't because I'm going to be playing against Germans. But I mean, that's going to make them very, very tough if they're able to get back their tactics. If the leader is nearby, I like that. I like having things about the leader, give people around them bonuses. Um, I'm a fan of that part of the game. So I hope they do bring that in there. And one other thing that's going to be in the books, they're going to add more missions. I like missions. I like having more missions. The German ones were, in my opinion, a little lackluster. The British and the American ones were fantastic, especially the airborne, to expand what you can do in the game. Um, I wish they would do like a river or something like that. Probably in Market Garden. When we get to Market Garden, they better have lots of river stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. But it looks like it's going to be a must-have for German players. Really excited about this book. And once they drop the command card, I'll make a video about that. So if you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and like and subscribe and make a comment. If you have any insights, maybe you have more information or I missed something here, just go ahead and put in the comments to help us piece together what's coming very soon for the German SS. Thanks for watching.